everybody, welcome back to my channel. Let's have some tea and talk about ATLA. That's Avatar: The Last Airbender, in case you didn't know. I wanted to have a tea time chat with you guys and talk about one of my favorite shows. Not my favorite show, but one of my favorite shows. ATLA, Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, I'm one of those peeps that grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon as it was airing. And for the remainder of this video, I will probably be referring to it as ATLA because Avatar: The Last Airbender spells ATLA. ATLA. ATLA is the show that I recommend parents when they are tired of watching the same shows that their kids watch over and over and over and over again. I'm like, okay. If you want something on the TV that your kids are going to love, that you're going to love, that your kids are going to love, and that you are also going to love, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, it is perfection. It is the perfect show for kids and parents and teenagers and anyone to watch at any time and any place. It is perfect. So let's start off with the basics. If I were a bender, I'd be an airbender. Based off of my personality. Based off my eyes, I'd be a firebender because they're hazel and everybody in the Fire Nation has hazel eyes. Personality-wise, I'm 100% an airbender. I love them so much, which might mean this doesn't come as quite a shock to you, but the me character of Avatar: The Last Airbender is Aang. Even based off of the Myers-Briggs tests, he's an ENFP and I'm an INFP, which means that the only difference between Aang and myself, personality trait-wise, is that he's an extrovert and likes to talk to people, and I'm an introvert and I don't like new people. They scare me. Favorite character-wise, I don't think I have a favorite character. I mean, if pressed, I would probably say either Aang or Zuko or Toph or Sokka, Katara, Suki, Ty Lee, Yue, I don't know, all of them. I mean, I love the whole gang, and I include Suki in that gang. Like, the part of the gang that was fighting in the end, that's the gang. So I love everyone in the gang. Uncle Iroh! Oh my gosh, Uncle Iroh is just, he is a sweet, precious gem, and I love him to death. I love Uncle Iroh. When I was a kid, I didn't know what ships were, as one tends to not know when they're a child watching the show. Well, I wasn't really like a child watching this show, but I don't even know when this show aired. I was like a preteen, so I didn't know what ships were. But if I had known what ships were, I'm pretty sure I would have I shipped whatever they told me to ship on the show, so, which is basically what I ship now, even though I've dived into the fandom a little bit deeper and into the ships a little bit more. I ship Katang, not Zutara. Katang all the way! Because they're canon, and Zutara is not. For many reasons. And they are the superior ship. I don't care. I don't even care. Just like, I feel like, naturally fire is the most frightening one. Okay, but really all of the elements can kill you. Think about it. Okay, fire obviously burns you to death. Water obviously drowns you to death. Earth obviously crushes you to death. Air, you need that to breathe. They could like take it out of your body. Like, and if there's like too much air, you can't breathe. So it's like too much. It's like your body is 70% water, as we well know. Still, if there's too much in the wrong places, you're gonna die. Like, you need to eat earth things, plants, to survive. Too much or you're gonna die. You need fire, warmth, light, heat to survive. Too much, you're gonna die. But air's the sneaky one because most people are like, oh, it's just wind. A hurricane is just a breeze. Also, rain and other things. But a tornado is just a breeze. A tornado is air. I think since they're nomads and monks, everyone thinks that the Airbenders are like, well, they're pacifists. But the weak ones, as are also the Hufflepuffs, but honestly, have you ever seen a Hufflepuff get mad? I've seen Hufflepuffs get mad. It is scary. It is terrifying. And I'm smiling as I say it, but it's truly terrifying. It's deceptively dangerous, and that's why you're glad they're all nice. Because you would never even see it coming. You can literally see all the other elements. You can't see air. You can't see air. Think about it. You can't see air. If they hadn't animated the wind for us to see what was happening, Aang is like just flying and floating, and he waves his arms and things are happening. He's like a wizard. So I'm really glad I'm an Airbender, because it's the sneaky one. And where did that even come from? I don't even know. I was talking about ships, but I ship the canon ships. Like, I ship Katang and I ship Zuko with May, but Sokka, I love Sokka. He's so funny. Sokka is where it gets me, because I ship Sokka with different people. And I don't even know what to do with that information. It's like all of them. All of them. I ship him with all of them, but obviously that can't happen. So I don't even know. So then the next obvious thing to talk about is the movie. And I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but I wasted money seeing that thing in the theaters when it came out. Like, my friends and I went, and some of us were really excited because we had watched the show and we're like, oh, this is going to be great. It's a live action. I can't wait to see the bending and Aang and Sokka and Iroh. And you say how I'm saying those names. You see it? You see it? Because they didn't. I mean, I hate that movie. I hate it more than Aragon. See, I can even say that with very clear certainty because I recently rewatched the movie. So I have this friend, and she's adorable, and I'm putting my mug down because all my tea is gone. And I recently convinced her to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender because she is several years older than me and the rest of my friends and didn't get to watch it as a child growing up, because she was already grown up by then. So I was telling her that she should watch the show and it's fantastic, and then she watched it, and then she was like, okay, well now I feel like I need to watch the movie so that I can see why everyone hates it, but I also don't want to subject you, because she was visiting, I don't want to subject you to that kind of a torture. And I was like, no. I want to see you watch this. There's just so many things wrong with that movie. I'm not even going to go into it because honestly, if I go into it, we will be here all day. And I don't want to be here all day. I mean, I feel like if you know, then you know. And if you don't know, then you need to watch the show, and then you need to watch the movie, and you need to experience it for yourself because it's terrible. It's terrible. And speaking of live actions, so there's a live action Netflix show that's in the works or happening or something. I was so excited when I first found out. Literally, Caleb came into the room and said, hey, did you hear that Netflix is going to do a live action show of Avatar: The Last Airbender? And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Do you think we'll get a season 4? Because that was like my main concern. We had kept tabs on it, and then he tells me, so the main guys that wrote the show are out because Netflix wants to make it more adult and wants to add all these things to it. And I was like, what things? And then he tells me what things. And I'm just like, okay, well, those are unnecessary things to add to the plot of this. Now I'm just bummed because I'm assuming we're just going to get a redo of the movie or like darker or something. I don't know what would even happen to this. I'm not excited for it anymore. I don't think I'll anticipate it. I don't think I'll put it down on my countdown app that I have on my phone to keep track of when things are coming into my life. I mean, do I think I'll watch it? Probably eventually. I'll need to know what happened to it, but I don't have any hopes for it. I'm not excited for it anymore. I don't think I'll watch it the day it comes out, or the week, or the month, or maybe not even the year. I don't know when I'll watch it. But I'm not going to say I'm never going to watch it, because I'm a curious person. Not curious enough to lick something off the wall of a cave. But I am curious. It doesn't really matter to me anyways, because whatever Netflix does with Avatar The Last Airbender, I own the whole series on DVD, because I watched it with Caleb the first time it was on Netflix years ago, and he got to see how great it was and how much I loved it. And then they took it off Netflix, and I was super bummed. And then later he surprised me with it was suddenly just there on a coffee table in our house. And I was like, what is this? And he comes home and he's like, oh, that was on sale and it's the whole thing. And so I thought, hey, it's not on Netflix anymore. She might want to watch it. Let's just get it. And he just that's paraphrasing what he said. That's not actually what he said or how he said it. But he got it for me because he knew I loved it so much and that I missed it. So I have it on DVD, and that is in its perfect form, and I watch it all the time. And because I have it on DVD, I've gotten so many nieces and nephews addicted to Avatar The Last Airbender. So many that sometimes it drives their siblings nuts, sometimes it drives their parents nuts, and sometimes the parents are just like, yeah, whatever, it's okay, we're used to obsessive behaviors around here, which is so fun. I love it because it just it validates my point that it's great for all ages and that it's just the perfect show. Because I'm not even kidding you, a couple days ago I had a niece sit down on my lap and be like, I did waterbending and Princess Yue this and Katara that, and she just loves them so much. And she was asking all these questions, and she was like, oh, and her mom sent me this video of her water bending, and I just love it, because her little brother's water bending. Her little brother, who's 4, is earth bending, which is probably not the super smartest thing for him to be doing, but they're air bending, and she's like, not fire bending, though, because we don't have fire, and I'm like, well, that's probably smart. But then, at the same time, I'm getting memes and TikToks of Avatar from my 16-year-old nephew. And we'd sit there and talk about it, and he'll talk to me about how he wants to be Zuko for Halloween. And I'm like, well, you're the right age. And he's like, yeah, but I don't think my mom will let me grow my hair out like that, because he wants to be not ponytail Zuko, but season 2, season 3 Zuko. Mostly season 3 Zuko, but it's just so funny because it's just all ages, and here I am talking to my adult friends about it as well, and it's not even all of the ones that grew up watching it, so it's perfect for literally all ages, and that's why I love it so much. ATLA ended, and then they did Korra. I have not seen all of Korra. I caught a few episodes when it aired on television as I was grown, so I didn't sit down and watch it. But now that it's on Netflix, I've watched a few episodes with my friend that watched the movie with me. We didn't vibe with it right away, but I'm not going to give up on it yet. I mean, I don't like it as much as I liked ATLA at the beginning. I'm going to go into it cautiously, but with an open mind and heart, willing to love it as much as I can love it, but also not giving it all my hopes and dreams and a spot in my heart for it to crush just in case. And we will see what happens. If you want an update, if you want a vlog about me watching Korra and then talking about ATLA and Locke, Legend of Korra, L-O-K, Locke. So if you want a video of me talking about ATLA and Locke together, let me know, because I will continue watching and give you guys what you want to see. I'm really going into it cautiously because I really do think that Avatar The Last Airbender was as perfect as a show really could get. The acting was great, the plot was great, the writing was great, the animation was great, the character arcs, and the redemption arcs! Oh my gosh! The redemption arcs! Spoilers! If you haven't seen it, stop now. I don't want to accidentally spoil something for you guys. Although I might have already. I'm not sure. I just talk. Anyway, Zuko! I love seeing the look on my little niece's face when I talk about Zuko because I talk about him with such love and adoration, and she's confused because she's only on book 1. I think that his redemption arc was the perfect redemption arc. I hate redemption arcs that end in death. I hate them. No, if you're going to redeem somebody, let them deal with the effects of what they did previously. Because it can be done. Zuko showed it can be done. Just the character development and the overall plot and how everything fell into place kind of perfectly at the end. I liked that. Which is why I'm not super sad we didn't get a book 4. Because it kind of felt like it ended. But I kind of wish we had a book 4 because of Zuko's mom. That's literally all I care about. There are comics that are basically a continuation of the story. Do you know how hard it is to find these comics? I have been searching, so if y'all know of a place where I can get these comics, help a sister out. Like, I would be eternally grateful if you could point me in the right direction or send me a link anyway to possibly get my hands on these stories to know how my precious children turned out. I would love it. I'd love it because, like, the more ways to experience this world, the better, because it's just, this is the spiel I give parents. This show will teach your kids how to be good, kind human beings that stand up for their beliefs and what they know to be right and to fight against what is wrong, but in an entertaining way that they're gonna love, you're gonna love, and they're not even gonna know they're being taught good from bad. Because I didn't even know I was being taught good from bad till I rewatched it as an adult. And I was like, oh, hot dang. This influenced my life a lot. And it still influences my life. Every time I rewatch it, I learn a little lesson. It's just, Avatar: The Last Airbender is perfection. And it is one of my favorite shows of all time and deserves to be watched by everyone, everywhere, no matter who they are, where they come from, what age they are, what they've got going on in their life. This show has a great cast, a great plot, a great arc, and just such, it's just beautiful. That's all I can say, and I've said too much already. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to tell you that I could talk about Avatar: The Last Airbender all day. So if you want to know more of my thoughts, put them down in the comments down below, any of your questions. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and definitely find me on my other socials. If there's a fandom that you want me to talk about that I haven't talked about, let me know in any form what kind of fandom you want me to talk about because I'm open to it. I do love our tea time chats. I'm gonna go fill me up another cup of tea. So until I see you guys again, I hope you have an amazing week. And I can't even say that because this is Youtober. I hope you guys are having an amazing time, an amazing day, and an amazing life, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!